don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want to be anxious. I don't want to doubt myself or beat myself up or think so negatively about things. I don't want to be so afraid anymore. And I know it's like gotten so much better, and I'm not even that anxious. Like, for example, I didn't think about this, and basically I'm applying for a job at a safari park near us, like 20 minutes away from us. And I reached out to them like 2 or 3 times already per email in the past few months, but I never heard anything back. So then today, basically, I had planned to drive there and just hand them my CV. And I didn't create any anxiety up until this morning. And like, I can already be proud of that I didn't create anything like yesterday evening or before that. I didn't brood about it. But then this morning, the main thought that scared me was like, basically, what if I don't like working there and I feel stuck again and I don't feel like I can escape, or I'm constantly beating myself up and making it a misery for myself. Because I felt so stuck. For example, in school, I felt like there was no escape and like I had to just go through it. And then when I was working in a shop with my mom and some really nice people for almost 3 years or something, at the end of it, in the end, I beat myself up so much for things, and my perfectionism was so strong, and I felt trapped, and I just wanted to leave, and I didn't enjoy it anymore. And then here, my job with the kids, being a teacher here in Spain, like, I created anxiety quite a bit always before I went to work. When I was in work, it was a bit better. Sometimes it was a bit worse. But I kind of constantly felt stressed, like I had to be a certain way or I had to be good enough. And I constantly thought about it and constantly had that in my mind, like the job and needing to do stuff and needing to be good. And I don't know, like I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to constantly doubt myself and therefore ruin my experiences. And I know it's so much better. I know it is. And it's not that bad, but I'm crying because of the fact that I did create some anxiety this morning. The fact that I was walking through my house and I felt like detached from everything, and I was like scared. I basically looked at everything through my anxiety lenses and I was like afraid of everything. And when I watched my show this morning, I didn't really enjoy it, and my body was kind of shaking, and again, not as strong as it used to be, but there was still some anxiety, and I didn't want that. I don't want to create it anymore. I want to, be better at handling that. And then I kind of felt like, yeah, I just kind of have to live with that right now, as if I couldn't get rid of it, as if it was the truth and as if it was important to have. And I don't know, there are certain things I try to do to calm myself down, just to notice like I'm safe and I don't need to be afraid. And look at all these other 2 weeks and these other 4 weeks I spent here in Spain. How much I grew and everything I was capable of. How amazing that is, how proud I can be of myself. And I don't know, I tried to challenge the thoughts, like, do I really need to be anxious about this? Does it really mean that my experience of working there will be horrible, or that I will feel trapped? Does it mean that I actually am trapped, like that I can't escape? No, like, No, but I know that my mind can make me feel trapped. And I don't want that. I thought so negatively about the job then, like, oh, I don't want to do that part of the job, and I don't want to do that, and what if I can't do that? What if I'm not good enough? And what if I don't like it? What if I just want to escape and feel like I can't? And what if I create anxiety about it every day and I can't concentrate on other stuff? And I don't know, I'm probably blowing this completely out of proportion, but I know I'm gonna learn so much more from this, and it's okay, like, it's fine. I experienced this so many times before in my life, and I'm getting better each time, and I am so much better. It's just, I just don't want to create it anymore at all. I don't want to have that anymore. I want to feel good enough. I want to feel proud. I want to feel stable and confident and be able to enjoy whatever I do. And I want to live my life and just love it. And like the experience of being there, like when I drove there today, like I was able to drive, I drove there, I played music, I was there and then handed in my CV, and I just had to sign something saying like they're allowed to use my information, basically, like they're allowed to contact me and stuff like that. And like the lady was so nice, I really like her. And when I was there 3 weeks ago, actually going through the safari park, like she was so nice. And but then there was this younger man, I'd say mid-20s maybe. When I saw him, I got a bit nervous because I was comparing that to basically my past experiences where I was always anxious around people my age because, first of all, I just had horrible experiences with them. Also, I was afraid to fall in love with them or for them to fall in love with me. Like, that was in my depression. So I don't know, I just saw him and he was pretty good looking and he seemed nice and stuff like that. So I just got a bit nervous, but it was fine. I still kept walking. And then he started talking to me, trying to explain what happens in the safari and stuff. And then I was like, oh no, I'm actually here to hand in my CV. I went through the safari park 3 weeks ago. And he just kind of said like, oh, but you can't speak Spanish. I think he said that might be a problem or something like that. He was kind of like, oh, well, you can't speak Spanish. And I was like, no, just English and German. And he then said, yeah, most of the staff can speak some English too. So I don't know what he was trying to say with that either. Like, yeah, we don't need you, we can all speak English. Or was he trying to be nice and basically tell me like, you'll be able to communicate with the staff because most of us can speak English. I don't know exactly which one he meant. I know that I can be paranoid sometimes, especially when I'm emotional and don't feel confident, and then in social situations I am more paranoid. So I'm probably paranoid about this, but I don't know if he meant it in like a friendly way or not friendly way, but he did seem friendly. Like, I don't know, he did seem nice. Like, I don't think he had bad intentions. Even if he was saying like, yeah, I don't think we need you, like, that doesn't mean it's rude, you know, it doesn't mean he's a mean person. But I then was like, okay, maybe they don't want me. Great. But no, then I went to the lady at the reception basically, and she did this stuff with me, and she was really sweet. And I asked her like what her name was, and she said thank you, Leona, after I signed the sheets, and that was so sweet. Like, she said my name basically, and then I was like, oh yeah, you're welcome, what's your name and stuff, and that was really sweet. And then we kind of talked about her name because she has a very interesting name. I was like, oh, it sounds similar to my sister Amy's name and stuff like that. So that was a really cute communication. And then basically I drove home, and yeah, I still felt kind of shitty about myself and about the world because I had created some anxiety, which I just wish I felt so powerful and felt so capable that I didn't create it anymore. It just shows, yeah, there's more to learn, and I'm still not quite at the point where I'd like to be at. So like I came home and I noticed how like I was basically trying to distract myself. Like I went at my phone straight away, I went upstairs, I did certain stuff, but then I was like, no, like stop for a second, just cry, like it's okay. Like I just don't want this anymore. And it's not like I'm in despair, like, oh my god, this is so bad, I just don't want it anymore, I can't live like this anymore. No, but I just really don't want it anymore, and I'm really working towards not creating that anymore, and I just have to see, like, I'm doing so much better already. I really am. But it's also okay to just, you know, cry about this right now. And then I was standing and started crying. I was like trying to get ready for dinner, and I was like, no, I just can't make dinner right now. I'm like too upset. So I just stood there and started crying, and then I just kind of slid down onto the floor while crying. And then I said, okay, now list 5 things that you did well, 5 things that show you are powerful and you are capable. And then I came up with, first of all, going there to hand in my CV to apply for a job, basically. That's so brave. And to apply for a job with animals, which I wanted to do now for a while already. Secondly, driving there. The road is quite narrow and difficult, and there's a lot of potholes and curves and stuff. So how capable I am of driving. The third one was the beautiful and cute communication I had with the woman there, like how sweet it was. And yeah, and then the fourth one was how brave I was, that even when I got a bit anxious when I saw the man standing there who was like younger, that I still went up and I went to the reception, I still passed him, I still talked to him. Like, that was brave too. And then the fifth one I came up with is that I went there alone. I went there without a friend, without a family member. I went there alone because I am capable and I'm able to do things alone and I'm able to manage it. And I still had my family on my phone and my friend as well if I ever needed them. So those are the 5 I came up with. And yeah, now I just want to process this experience more internally, seeing how like powerful I was and how great that is and how much it actually means. The fact that I created so much, or the fact that I created a bit of anxiety this morning and still went there and still did it, just shows like I am more capable than I believe. I just believe that I'm powerless to do things about it, about the anxiety and about the thoughts. That I believe I'm powerless to influence my situation, or that I don't know what to do, like that I'm helpless. That's all just a belief. I am more capable than I think I am. And by processing these experiences internally, I'll be able to see that more, that I am capable and powerful. But yeah, I'm like, who wants to see me like this? Like red, bloodshot eyes, snotty nose. But it was helpful to talk. It usually is. But in those moments, you're just like, as if nothing can kind of help you and nothing can get you out of it. Like, I hate that. I really don't like it. I just have to move on now. Process it internally, know that I can learn everything. I can learn to be powerful and feel confident. I can learn to stop brooding, stop beating myself up, stop trying to be perfect. I know I can learn, and I know I can live without anxiety. Some people do. It is possible to live without it. So yeah, as long as I don't give up, I'll get there. And again, it's so much better than it used to be. I'm just mainly upset for the fact that I did create some anxiety. Like, the anxiety itself wasn't even that strong. But then when I was like, oh, now I create anxiety and what if I can't stop? And that kind of like the perfectionism, I guess, when that kicked in, like, yeah, that's what made me feel worse. Okay, until then, bye.